FM 101.9. Here we are. We have moved over into the music hall. Merrilee with you. And Dishwalla is the band. Four guys. 1, 2, 3. Yep, four guys from Santa Barbara. As a band together less than 5 years. They're still learning each other's names. Scott had to put a little sign on his bass guitar so that JR would know what his name was.
Yeah, I keep forgetting.
Yeah. JR's the singer. Actually, why don't we go around the room here and say who's who? JR singing. Drumming?
George, hello.
Hey, George. Strumming?
Rodney, hello.
Sorry?
I play guitar. I'm Rodney.
Rodney strumming, Scott bassing, and JR singing, looking very suave and debonair. One hand in the pocket, and the other one is holding
a peace sign.
A little glass of something.
That was bad.
Debut album from Dishwalla called Pet Your Friends, and these guys just the right age to be Carpenters fans, because you got to be the right age if you're proud of it. They turned in a song for last year's tribute album, If I Were a Carpenter. Which song was it again that you guys did on there?
It's going to take some time this time.
Okay. And Counting Blue Cars, the song that everybody is talking about and everybody is singing along to from the album Pet Your Friends. I was trying to think of a way to describe your music for somebody who maybe didn't put two and two together, and I can't. It's textured, and the other thing that hits me about your music, especially Counting Blue Cars, is, for me at least, it took a while for that song to grow on me. It sort of sneaks into your brain, and there it is. So why don't you prove what I'm talking about?
It's a beautiful thing about repetition, you know.
Yeah. Sort of hammer away at it, and you eventually are a sheep and you follow. Dishwalla, and you guys are going to start with?
Counting Blue Cars.
With the song you're speaking.
With this.
All right. It's going to snake in your brain. Watch.
That's right. We're going to continue on with the repetition.
Shall we?
Yeah.
He said, tell me all your thoughts on God. Tell me, am I very far? Must have been late afternoon. On our way, the sun broke free of the clouds. And we count only blue cars, skip the crowds in the streets and ask many questions like children often do. We said, tell me all your thoughts on God, 'cause I'd really like to meet her and ask her why we're who we are. Tell me all your thoughts on God, 'cause I'm on my way to see her. voices in this place. Our clues are stains. We pass many cross-eyed people and ask many questions like children often do. We said, tell me all your thoughts on God, 'cause I'd really like to meet her. Ask her why we're who we are. Tell me all your thoughts on God, 'cause I'm on my way to see her. So tell me, am I very far? Am I very far now? Am I very far now? Am I very far now? Tell me all your thoughts on God.
In the music hall this afternoon with Dishwalla. Now, I opened up the Carpenter's can of worms. I'm sorry, but I'm listening to that song and I hear a little bit of maybe like art rock or progressive rock, English groups. Were you listening to any kind of that stuff growing up?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely was into probably all the above. I mean, for me, I mean, it's kind of varies throughout the band, but for me, I was really into a lot of really British techno and stuff like Depeche Mode and New Order and things like that. And but I definitely had like my Rush phase and
Saga.
big one. Saga, big one.
You know, one man's ceiling is another man's floor. You know, for some people, Carpenters would be the most embarrassing thing to admit, and for other people, you know, it's the greatest thing. So, hey, whatever floats your musical boat. Joan Osborne was in here a couple months ago, and she was talking about all the flack that she got for One of Us. And I'm wondering, now that your song, Counting Blue Cars, is getting really popular, if people are bringing up the, wow, you're like making God a woman, any weird stuff coming out of that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you get people. I've had people come up to me and say, you know, try to set me straight, like, actually, I don't know if you were aware, but God is actually supposed to be referred to as a man. And I usually tell them, I mean, my whole point wasn't really meant to be religious in any way or even really be talking about God specifically. It was more of just kind of questioning authority in general. So, but it does happen.
Yeah, especially when you have a big song like that. That's the thing that people sort of latch on to. Oh, the God thing. Now, you're touring a lot. I don't know if you... let me just mention this. You're at the Troubadour tonight and tomorrow night, sold out. Thank you very much. Congratulations on that.
Oh, thanks.
I was looking at this list here of all the people you've toured with in the last year or so. Gin Blossoms, Melissa Etheridge, Sheryl Crow, Better Than Ezra. Am I missing any?
Blind Melon.
Uh-huh.
Letters to Cleo.
Letters to Cleo.
It goes on, but
Never ending. We've been touring for a long time.
Before you went out on the road with all these people and got signed, I'm sure life was very different. Did you get experiences and education that you couldn't get being a Santa Barbara band? Or are you actually an LA band? Is that really...
No, we're really a Santa Barbara band. I mean, we only came down here because we had to. As far as playing, it's really tough, but we waited till we kind of got our whole scene together and before we came down here, just because it's competitive in bigger cities always, so... But we are a Santa Barbara band through and through.
And do you think that's been a good thing? Has that helped you or hurt you to get where you guys are now?
I think being in Santa Barbara definitely has helped us, just because it's such a diverse place from musical influences, and a lot of bigger cities tend to have maybe one type of vibe. A lot of times it's easy to get kind of stuck in that.
Not only that, we were able to develop more out of the eyes of the industry.
Yeah.
So by the time we were playing down here, I think we were a little farther along.
Yeah,
also without being affected, too, by the industry. You know, because sometimes you start to pay too much attention to what's cool, and you start to lose your own identity that way.
So has Santa Barbara developed a scene yet, or like, you know, Boston is the garage rock scene and Seattle is grunge?
There's really there's no one thing that comes out of Santa Barbara.
A lot of stuff comes out, but no one specific thing. So
Okay, well, soon to be known as the Dishwalla scene. You're playing at the Troubadour tonight and tomorrow night. As I mentioned, you want to play another song for us, Dishwalla?
sure. What do you guys want to play? I'll play guitar.
Only for so long?
That's what we talked about. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Maybe we should.
We'd had a meeting about this, JR. And
What's it gonna be?
We had a meeting and I wasn't aware. So I wasn't completely there. Only for so long, I guess.
Alright, cool.
We have some.
How many times has this gone on? Call 'cause it's just been too long. I don't need a clock to know it's wasted time. And what's your mood ring doing loud? And tell me what you want to hear. And I'll play along. Tell me what you love to fear. And I'll play along, but only for so long. Yeah. Show me scars where it began, and I will come with violence. 'Cause I don't need a clock to know it's wasted time. And what's your mood ring doing loud? And tell me what you want to hear. And I'll play along. And tell me what you love to fear. And I'll play along, but only for so long. 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 Tell me what you want to hear. And I'll play along. And tell me what you love to fear. And I'll play along.
There we go.
Sort of got lost in the moment there.
Yeah.
When you guys play live, you're a four-piece band, but in this configuration, it's like you're a trio of musicians and a singer. Is this how we would see you tonight?
No.
With rock guitars plugged
Actually, we're
in?
a 5-piece live.
Yeah, 5-piece. We're 5-piece. We're live. Live, we're a 5-piece. I played a bunch of keyboards and stuff on the album, and so we have so many tours with us.
Because it sounds different. Like, for example, when you were playing Counting Blue Cars, I was watching your fingers on the fretboard there thinking you were going to have these contorted chords, and it looks like it's a really simple song, but
Yeah, it is.
the record on record it's got all these layers and it sounds so intense.
The simple layers kind of just
Are
layering.
you saying we're playing easy songs?
Yeah.
Just all pop music, you know.
So live tonight, it'll be 5 of you, and you'll be plugged in much more and standing up, not sitting down.
Oh, yes.
All right, then we will see you at the Troubadour tonight. It's Dishwalla. The new album is Pet Your Friends, and thanks, guys.
Yeah, totally. Thanks for having us.